know if I can, how loud the music is. And the floss. Gross. All right, it is Sunday. Just another of the days, you just keep on coming. So far, that's how it is. Okay. I don't have my glasses on, so I can never really see, but it's my last will and testament. That way, if I do ever die, although I'm probably going to be, like, the way it looks is that I live forever. As far as I know, I live forever. Or I guess I die, but it looks, until then, I'm living forever. Until I die, living forever. Otherwise, if I do, then the verbal autobiography is my last will and testament, and more or less I stand behind it. I mean, I definitely do. I think if I rewatch them, there's for sure some consistencies. Mood is always bound to change. We are only human. And I'm finally finishing up the journal of me. This journal anyway. I have another one I'm going to start after answering questions from. It still works because I left it open, kind of. Cut it open. Trying to use all of my makeup, mostly so I don't have to buy more. Because it's expensive. No, I gotta accept that it does run out and eventually do buy more, but boy, will I really try and get what's left. Alright, so, let's see. We're going through the alphabet, and then it's like the same questions for each letter. So it's like places you want to go. Use the flip phone here. There we go. Ooh, I should have been using that this whole time. That made things way easier. Alright. So, things you want someday to do or learn. Where did I leave off on this? Things you want to do or learn. I don't remember what I would have said for, okay, so things you want to do someday that start with the letter C. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember. I did upload, or it's in the process of uploading, all my Resurrected live streams on YouTube. So that way, they are my last will and testament. If I die. Otherwise, I just live forever, and I'll probably say a lot of the same stuff. Maybe I'll find cleverer ways to say it. Definitely for the jokes. That's where I'm at my best. Although, I don't know. Like, I think any comic, maybe I'm actually at my best around a group of my homies. Like, or a group of people that love me. That's what I pretend is watching me right now. And also why I can't, like, ever see how many people it is. They're not real rules, but they've been rules that I made up for this. For me to do it. It's pointless unless I do think about it as my last will and testament, because there is something about, like, if I died, that probably would make a lot of people watch, like, shit on my YouTube. They think they'd be surprised how much I actually had on there. Oh my god, that'd be so sad, though. I don't even want to think about that for people. And, like, the hope that eventually living forever will be happy. Because if I'm going to have to live forever, my goal is just to find happiness. And that means learning who I am. Turns out I can't be happy if other people aren't. Just can't. It just doesn't sit right with me. So I need, like, a situation where everyone is happy. Of which I can only think is like heaven on earth. So what is something I want someday to do? It starts with the letter C. See, I think I kept thinking these ones are ones I should have pre-filled out, even though a lot of this has been fun because I just answer right, like, off of whatever I could first think of. So it's very, very genuine. And when I rewatch them, I'm like, I'm not actually, like, I don't know why I hate myself so much. This thing is, like, it's a tripod, so it's 19 pieces, all of which could easily kill a toddler and have to all be re-screwed and unscrewed if you even want to so much as move, like, a thing around on it. Tripods are fucking ridiculous. So are pimples on my neck at this age. see, I can't, because I'm like, because there is so like, I can't think of anything that starts with the letter C that I want to do. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I do remember something about learning a cry cut machine or using a cry cut machine. Definitely having access to one would be beneficial. I think I do know some people with them, though, and I think I talked about that, too, so I think I answered that one. And these aren't the ones necessarily the most. This is just, like, off the top of my head what I could kind of think of. Because I bet if I looked at everything that started with a C that one could learn, it wouldn't be whatever I'm about to say for what I would want to learn, which I think was the cry cut thing. I don't remember. Something I want to see that starts with the letter A. More celebrating. I don't know. I just love to celebrate. It's one of my favorite things to do. I really hope I get to live, like, I mean, I could celebrate several times a fucking week. I could be a multi-week celebrator. I love to party. The only thing I think I love more is jokes to do. And neither of those start with the letter C. But celebrate is my workaround. Places I want to go that start with the letter C. I wouldn't be against going to Cambodia, but I wouldn't go on any shortcuts while there. I read some books about, that makes me, well, at least like the people of there. Although we are not our places. We take up these labels, but no individual is like going to be fully. That's why war I have such an issue with. Just killing all these babies under some stupid label that isn't even real. Do some evil spirit shit. Keeping things cloudy. Alright, things you want to someday do that start with the letter D. Another good dude. No, I think at the entrance I had something, I was like wilding yesterday because I was getting ready for the park. Yeah, it's something crazy like that, I think, for C or going to. I don't know, I like to dance sometimes, but I just like to dance when I feel like it. And as it inspires me. I never really did until recently because I had no rhythm until recently. When I broke my brain, my rhythm got better. Got out of my mind. Things you want, I didn't really get much better at anything else, but that was one small thing I noticed. Things you want someday to learn that start with the letter D. I guess I wouldn't like mind learning like actually how to dance now that I can. Or like a certain kind of dance for a thing. Ooh, something I wanted to do someday that starts with the letter D is definitely drugs again. Good drugs in the right amounts. And at the right times and with the right companies. I just feel like the first few letters of the alphabet really are just ones that I guess I never think about things to do with them. So like, things I want to see that start with the letter D, like, I guess I wouldn't be against seeing dolphins again. I would way rather see a shark or even a whale, but like, I wouldn't be against. I would, like, if I am somewhere and I see dolphins, I usually am going to be quite delighted. I'll be like, oh my god, dolphins. I'll probably be the most delighted adult in the group. Places you want, so things you want to see. Okay, places you want to go that start with the letter D. How many places start with the letter D? Fuck. See, if I saw the whole list, I could probably tell you the one I most want to go to. But off the top of my head, I can't, like, all of a sudden, every word place with a D that comes into my mind is somewhere that I really don't want to go to. I would say it just to be like, I can answer a question. Like if I was being asked, name a place that starts with the letter D, I can answer that question, but I can't really like answer the question of where I might actually want to go. Like, I guess if like someone was going to pay for me to go to Denmark, I wouldn't be against it, but it's not like somewhere I'm making effort to go to. Unless like it was another part of another plan, and then definitely I would. I wouldn't mind going to San Diego. Can I use a D there? I want to go, like, I would like to go to San Diego. This book just really knocked me out with a challenge at the end here. I was one Rorschach words again. I think the next one is going to be like, it's like when you're supposed to actually like ask questions to like a grandparent or something to get their like life story before they die, but I'm going to be doing it on verbal autobiography when I'm done with this fucking conundrum. All right, things I want to someday do that start with the letter E. I don't even know what there is out there. I just don't know what activities there are that start with the letter E. It's making these so hard to answer. I don't mean to. It's like I just don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of things. I'm sure a lot of it's just, and especially right on the moment, I just start to blank and it makes me panic. And I'm like, and I can't use my phone because that's the whole thing. That's the only reason people like to watch live streams is because it's just watching people go crazy because it's impossible not to use your phone. No one like. All I want is my phone. I just want to look at my phone so bad so I could even know what activities there are that start with the letter E. Because all I can think of is just fucking words. They don't even mean anything. All I can think of is just words that start with the letter E. They don't even answer these questions. Okay. Things you want to someday learn that start with the letter E. Everything? Things you want to see that start with the letter E. Another evening? Places you want to go that start with the letter E. On a safari where there's elephants? Okay, things you want to someday do that start with the letter F. Fuck off with this book. End this book, never look at it again. Probably even throw it away. I didn't even write in it because it's all online. The entire book is online. Me reading this entire book and answering these questions to the best of my ability. Verbal autobiography. My last will and testament. Or I just live forever doing this. Things you want to learn that start with the letter F. Finances better. Things you want to see that start with the letter F. Always down to see the flamingos at the Sag Zoo. Places you want to go that start with the letter F. Fiji. Things you want to someday do that start with the letter G. Oh, be a fucking gangster. Already there. I'm gonna be the saint of gangsters. Things you want to someday learn that start with the letter G. I like to continue to learn to be a good person. The funny thing is, it's like, once I get caught up on a rule rather than the overall thing of being a good person, you kind of fuck up on being a good person. It's like, oh, it'll be easy. If I always do this, then I'm a good person. But like, it's almost like if you start to do that, life shakes you up in a way. Like, can you really do it then in this situation? Or would it even be right then to do in this situation? Things I want to see that start with the letter G. I want to see things go good for me and all the people I love. Definitely. Places you want to go that start with the letter G. Oh, thank God. I am definitely not against going to Georgia. I'd probably really enjoy Georgia. And I would think I got a comic from Georgia that would actually make it super fun, because then, like, I don't know, like seeing someone where they grew up, their place and stuff. I have a friend from Georgia. All right, continuing this. And I'm going to do eyeshadow. Things you want to someday do. Maybe I will try and like actually answer those so that, but I don't know. It would be breaking the rules of the book at the end, but I'm the one setting the rules. Things you want to someday do that start with the letter H. Be happy. Nah, I'm going to live happily ever after. Not die. I'm going to live happily ever after. Things you want to someday learn that start with the letter H. The perfect hug. Maybe that's something I want to do again before. You don't want to see that start with the letter H? Hippos. I wouldn't mind seeing hippos from a safe location again. I really like to watch animals. I like from a safe location. I'm a fan of a zoo. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I am. Alright. I'm going to do eyeshadow. Places you want to go that start with the letter H. More nice hotels in various places. And then, I'm going to make heaven. It'll be here and other places, but like, I don't think I'm going to have to go. I think we'll be able to bring it up here. Maybe it can come here. All right, I'm going to do eyeshadow. And then I'm going to come back and try and answer these same questions for the letters I and J. And as much of the rest of the alphabet I get through. Verbal autobiography. It's not always comfortable. And it's very rarely, honestly, easy. But existing is kind of good. Alright, we're back. If you're on YouTube, which mostly I think everyone ever always is, especially the way live starts, which is immediately. And it was really only watched. I don't, like, it's so funny that live would be the easiest thing for me to be able to do. Because it's just so hard sometimes to film things, and then I'll just get caught up in details. I might as well just splat it all out. I do assume everything done in the dark is brought to the light eventually, so just like my best unedited self live. But then I resurrect it all. I kind of edit it, but I mostly only edit transitions with the puzzles, because I think that's cute. And then that way I can put all the clips that I download, because I stopped the live, so this will all be in one video. Put them all together, and I think the puzzle thing works because of autism, and it's cute. Alright, here we go again, back to this fucking book. Oh, I was going to read the makeup things I did for my eyeshadow, because the makeup names are fucking wild. So I did buttercream. Oh, this is also why I can't do that. Just the F word. Oh my god, demonetized. Like I ever had anything or expected. I just really want to get these words out. Buttercream, black market, skinny dipped, radar, milk it. Makeup names are wild. Alright. Things you want to someday do that start with the letter I. Well, nothing in a fucking igloo. I'm not a big fan of the snow. I'm kind of like making remarks on the first word I think in that letter. Things I want to someday learn that start with the letter I. Well, I already know how to make ice cream, so what else is there really that starts with the letter I that's worth learning? I think I legit even have an ice cream machine, or I at least used to. They're really easy to use. So a thing I want to someday learn that. Oh wait, I just said that one. Something I want to someday see that starts with the letter I. I wouldn't mind going back to Illinois, but mostly just for Chicago purposes. Oh, well, did I say something I wanted somebody to see that starts with the letter I? Well, I said that. Then I guess kind of in the same vein. Makes it easy. This is too hard already. Something that starts, a place that starts with the letter I that I want to go to. It's not that I don't want to go to India someday, but I feel like I need to travel other places before I go there because I feel like it's a place that you should go to as an experienced traveler. And I am not that. Things you want to someday do that start with the letter J. Joke. I want to joke again. Things you want to someday learn that start with the letter J. More jokes. I want to write more jokes. Getting better at making jokes. This one's easy. Find joy. Yeah, the pursuit of joy is like a big theme of my life, and it's not so much the pursuit, it's actually just recognizing it, because like you don't even have to pursue it. It's been there the whole time. It's the whole thing. It's my alarm. For I'm going to Deaf Puppy, but also I'm skipping dinner. I feel fat, so I'm going to skip dinner. Sorry. I ate lunch and breakfast, and I still feel fat, and I ate lunch and breakfast while feeling fat, so I get to skip dinner. I mean, a girl not perfect. She deserves her a bone thrown to herself here and there if she isn't getting it from anywhere else. I'm cutting myself slack on all 3 square meals for today. And we'll try tomorrow and probably win. Let me see, definitely. Things you want to someday do. I said that one for J, and learn J. Things you want to someday see that start with the letter J. Oh, my friend's doing jokes. Or people laughing at my friend's jokes. I guess that is an L. That's coming up. It's coming up in this alphabet. Somewhere after J is that letter L. Places you want to go that start with the letter J. I forget what the capital of Florida is, but I think it's like Jacksonville. I don't necessarily want to see Jacksonville, but I'd love to see Florida again. Oh, I think I said Fiji for F. Well, Florida. It's very hard to answer these off the roof of my head because like my phone is, I feel one that I shouldn't leave any blank space because I don't know. I'm not going to fucking edit it out for YouTube. So like it's just going to be large patches of me thinking. So I feel like I have to keep talking, but like also there's something about like thinking about something that I need to recall a name of that just makes me want my phone, which means I have to be going on and off live. Verbal autobiography. I'm not the worst person, but I'm not the best at just knowing every single word in my head that starts with a letter. Even ones that matter to me. Florida mattered to me more than Fiji. That wasn't the first one I thought of when I got F. I was stressed. I was probably thirsty. Places you want to go. Where's that one for J? All right, so the next page. I think it's the kidding part. Looks like it. So the way the alphabet goes. Things you want to someday do that start with the letter K. I want to do ketamine again, and I want to do Molly with it, and more Molly than I did last time to see if it's better. I'm not fiending for it, but if I ever do ketamine again, I definitely think I should do it with more Molly than I did last time because I don't like ketamine where it stands right now, and I'm always a little bit of a weird. I always got to be very careful when it comes to tripping because it, sometimes it's like psychedelics are like sometimes ketamine's not even like trippy. Ketamine's just kind of ketamine almost reminded me of just the depressed part of mushrooms. And acid. The depressed sink into a hole feeling I always get at the end of mushroom and acid if I don't like combined with something more friendly. Like, that was just what ketamine was, without all the cool, like, trippy shit. I have never been more done with tripping until, like, I was up for too long on acid. Which wasn't even that, like, long. It was just, like, on acid, you just compounded those hours with the amount of thought in it. It went from, like, whoa, drugs are cool, to, like, for, like, 2 hours of drugs are cool, for 5 hours of, oh my god, my life, so many thoughts. Something I want to learn that starts with the letter K. Okay. Aww. What I want to do that starts with the letter K. I'm just gonna answer this one twice. I want to do kickball before July is over. Danny Till is willing to barbecue, or I do a barbecue, and I would help him with it. Maybe we play some kickball. You don't have to be like, you could. Does it take? I think that kickball is a really good choice for the sport that we play. Somehow I think the field won't be leveled for, like, our abilities with sports, but at the same time, by kickball, we'll be more so than, like, basketball would. The basketball haves and the basketball have-nots are really brought out in a game of basketball for just a bunch of comics and their people and comedy pieces. Man. Going to death, Poppy. Alright. Yeah, hell yeah. Alright, let's continue to exist. Good job for doing it. If you're watching this, it means you're doing it. And it's not easy, and it's very rarely comfortable, but good on you for making good. They're with it. It's heaven on earth type shit. I do believe in happily ever after. Oh yeah. Maybe see some of you in the real world. Hell yeah.